Well, Matt, got a point out of this one in the end. Not a great game to watch, you'd probably agree, but conditions were difficult. What was your assessment of it?
Yeah, I probably could have predicted what the game was going to be like before we even kicked off. The pitch is not great here. It's very difficult to try and get anything going on it. Extremely windy, swirly wind. Didn't know which direction it was going really, but it was certainly affecting the game, the wind. And a narrow pitch and a difficult pitch to play on. And it was always going to be scrappy and hard fought, and to go 1-0 down so early from a set piece, which we sort of pride ourselves on, and been so strong on for a long period. Right. But it's got caught up between Tans and the back line there, and the wind has suddenly just.
He came for it and didn't realise it was going to get.
Yeah, the ball just died on him, and they nipped in and scored 1-0 down. And I wasn't happy overly with what was happening first half and a few things, they're doing the basics and different things. But I was chatting with them at half time and came out second half, and we scored early, and then as much as we didn't have loads of chances, Tommy's right, has had one cleared off the line. I thought, they've had a couple of corners and a couple of free kicks, and that's about it. We've limited them to that, and we looked the likely the other end, but couldn't get the winner. But I certainly would have taken a point at half time. And to make us go now 1 defeat in 12, I'm more than happy to get a good point on the road.
You said during the commentary it was ironic, having defended so well against set pieces last week and kept absolutely everything out. Yeah. The soft one after 5 minutes today
I know,
must have been a bit...
Yeah, hard to take, yeah, but I definitely think the wind was a factor in that.
It looked as though he called for it and then realised it wasn't going to come anywhere.
It just died on him. It was the first time they put the ball in the box, 5-6 minutes in. And it just, it dipped in between the back line, and they got in and nicked in goal, so to put them in front. But like I said, it was disappointing to go 1-0 behind, but the reaction from half time to score early and look on the front foot, I was pleased with the point.
It was a good start to the second half because Kyle had gone close even before the goal, but then Harry comes up again. What other clubs would give for a midfielder with 13 goals?
Yeah, just sort of gave Harry a little bit more licence at half time just to get forward a little bit. Kenny Moore sitting, wanted the ball switched. We were working on that yesterday. Came out to Reed, he had a good chance, but no, we looked a threat. Tommy was a threat down the sides, and they're a difficult team to play against because they're fighting for lives like everyone is, and there is no easy games in this league, and you've got to scrap and be able to play against many different teams in different ways. Last week we had to deal with the onslaught from Solihull. Today we've had to play the conditions in the pitch against a team who are well organised and hard to beat.
And you said second half we didn't really, apart from corners and free kicks, there was one shot I think from an angle that Nick grabbed hold of at the near post, but not a great deal else to threaten us. I thought the centre-backs were outstanding second half. Yeah,
I did as well. Louis and Goody, showed a good response. I didn't think their clearances, could have been better maybe first half, but they responded really well and defended, as I say, resolutely. And I was pleased that, to limit them to the amount of chances in open play that we did. And the information before the game was, their probably biggest threat is set pieces, and to give a silly foul away. One, and then to not be able to deal with it and put ourselves behind. But it's the first goal we've conceded in 3 games, and to come back away from home and get a point, I'm really pleased.
It's one of those glass half full, glass half empty, isn't it? Because it's also the first goal we scored for sort of 3.5 league games. Yeah. Was that preying on your mind at all?
No,
during the time.
No, not really. It didn't really, because you look at the chances that we created at Chesterfield and we didn't take one of them, and same against Stockport. Not so much last week, we had not as many as in the previous 2 games, but we've got goals in this team from all over, and I know they're going to come, so I wasn't worried about that. But I was just as pleased, is like you say, half full with 2 clean sheets and Chesterfield having 1 shot on goal all game. I'm pleased with that side of things, and we just got to make sure we are resolute, hard to beat, but convert those chances, which we've taken one today.
Changes near the end. Omar came off. Was it tempting to put Callum on, the new guy, as the first substitute, or was Dundo?
Callum. We look forward to seeing him in a Sutton shirt for the remaining 13 games. But I managed to only get the deal done yesterday afternoon, so we didn't even manage to train with us yesterday. So just to know the little things away from home, when the little things, his positional, from set pieces, etc. We didn't want to do it too early. Dundo, obviously. Probably suits Dundo today as well when he came on and made an impact for us, and a couple of headers and got Tommy in, and Dundo was his usual threat up there, and we gave Callum a few minutes at the end. Yeah,
I just mentioned Callum signed yesterday from Worthing, presumably sort of with Aaron Jarvis going out, it's almost a like-for-like replacement. Yeah,
I've been looking to get a striker in this week, and it only sort of came about late Thursday, Friday morning with Callum, and it's something that I keep saying it to you, Tony, but I've got my hardcore nucleus of experienced players at this level. built in with young, hungry players. And what Callum is he works extremely hard. He's a fit boy. He'll chase everything down, and he's got a good hunger and desire to get into this team and to kick on. And that's what you want. And I know, like I do from every one of those players, that as soon as they cross that line, they're going to give me their all. And bringing Callum in this week certainly does that.
He's played with David Boy as well at Worthing last year, quite successfully.
Yeah, and Brighton, so he knows David really well. So he's not coming into a dressing room where he doesn't know anybody. So straight away he's sitting next to David there, and they get on really well. So hopefully he can be a big impact for us, seeing as Jarvis has gone out.
You just mentioned David. He looked a couple of times over in trouble with his foot. Was that look like cramp?
Yeah, I think it was cramp, which is surprising because he hasn't to pick up cramp today. But whether it was because of the heavy pitch and whether maybe the slight change.
Lovely cross he put in for the goal,
and maybe his lively boots that might have had something to do with it.
Terrific cross he put in for the goal.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he got down the right hand side, and we've really been working on him just to steady himself down. He does so well with his pace and his power. Just that last bit, that last cross or that last shot, just to slow himself down, make sure the quality's there. And he managed to do that today. And Harry again making the box and pops up with another goal.
Now, he said after the Chesterfield game, 2 weeks without a game, and we were quite happy with that. Are you happy again not to have one next Saturday?
No. I want to keep going. Really, it's a little bit unfortunate we've got this 2 week break where we needed it after the Chesterfield game because of the busy period with the small squad that we've got. We needed that little rest and to give a few people a little bit of time to get ready to go again. We probably could do without it this time, but.